The story of the Banff Springs Golf Course begins in 1910, when Canadian Pacific hired Bill Thompson, a Scotsman, who came with great pedigree because he worked under old Tom Morris at the home of golf in St. Andrews. Bill Thompson was hired to be the first golf pro and superintendent, as well as design the golf course. It opened July 15th in 1911. It was amazing that they chose a spot that had tremendous views. It was right in the pinch point between the Rundle Mountain and the Tunnel Mountain. I love looking through these old photos. You see Bill Thompson with a classic swing from back in the day, free-flowing as they used to do. You see here a much flatter golf course than we have today, and a lot less trees, and you'll also notice the river is that much wider back at the turn of the century. And you see some of the clothing that the golfers wore. Really interesting, and it'd be fun to try and swing in those clothes and wonder how you'd do. After the golf course opened in 1911, it was a big success, and they wanted to expand the course to 18 holes. They hired Donald Ross, a Scottish-American golf course architect, who did the job of expanding the course to 18 holes, a job he would complete in 1924 when they opened the newly furbished 18-hole golf course at the Banff Springs. In 1925, Jasper, owned by rival Canadian National Railroad, was building a course of its own, meant to rival the course down here in Banff. They hired golf course architect Stanley Thompson of Toronto, who was just beginning to make a name of himself. Jasper's success had unintended consequences down here at Banff. Canadian Pacific decided it wanted to build the last word in golf, so it reached out to Stanley Thompson while he was in Jasper and had him come down and look at the golf course. Stanley started his work in 1927. He completed the front nine in August of 1928, and by 1929 the full 18 holes would open. One of the biggest changes he made was he wanted to connect the golf course to the hotel, so he added on 3 new holes between the hotel and the existing golf course. He also had heard about this tremendous feature called the Witch's Cauldron, which was where water would come down and to make this little pond, and there was a little island area that he figured he could build a green, so he expanded the course 3 holes that way as well. He totally rerouted Donald Ross's course, not wanting just to spruce up his design, but to build truly the last word in golf. He had a tapestry that he felt was unlike any other, and this truly became his masterpiece. Stanley said for his new creation in Banff that each tee will present a different picture of some vast mountain peak, snowy topped and enhanced with splashes of primeval forests. Particular attention was to be paid to the water holes, one across the silvery bay of a mountain lake known as the Witch's Cauldron, and the course of another spins its way onto an island set in the waters of the Bow River. He had been commissioned to build the last word in golf courses. Whether it would be his best work, the public would be the judge. We welcome you to take a step back in time and join us here at the Banff Springs Golf Course.